Alright guys, an update on the LS swap blazer. I brought it home so I could finish it up. I got mainly the wiring, but today we're going to talk about motor mounts. So I ordered these ones off of eBay. And as you can see, they're way wrong. Way too damn tall. See that? So just do yourself a favor, save yourself a headache. Buy the Dirty Dingo two-wheel drive blazer mounts right off the bat. Don't waste your time trying to be cheap like me and buying these, and you have to go and spend 130 bucks and get the Dirty Dingo ones. One thing I like better than the Dirty Dingos just have these regular stock like clamshell ones, and then you got these out of that kit. They're the same height as these Dirty Dingo clamshell that mount to your crossmember slash frame. But see, it's like the same height, the hole and all. So if I can get this guy to line up a little better. But they're the same height with the mount itself in general. So that's nice. It kind of sinks in there and then lifts up here. And this is just straight flat all the way around. So, and these I don't think are marked driver, passenger, like these Dirty Dingos are. See, passenger, driver side. These aren't marked for which side they go on. Don't come with instructions. So, your 3 bolts, yep. So your 3 bolts, it should go down into there like that. So, yeah, they sit up kind of taller, it looks like, than those other ones. So I like the style of the other ones than these clamshell guys right here. So I'll probably try these on here because let me show you guys the room. Just like Deadbeat Garage, I watched his videos on his blazer swap with the stock 5.3, and see, that's how much room I got under the motor. And like he said, the oil pan was flush with the cross member and that little skid sticking out. And then when he put the Dirty Dingos, the correct ones, it dropped it way down. And I'm having an issue with my coil packs clearing. But as you can see, I got Monster Series heads on it. It's got a BTR Stage 4 cam, XS, brand new intake that just came out. But I'm kind of wondering if the deck height of these heads I know is taller. So I wonder if that's causing me issues with the coils not clearing the booster. But I'm going to take that brake booster off anyway and do manual brakes, and that'll give me all the room to run my coil packs and all that, because the LS3 valve covers, the mounts right there that the coils go onto are a lot taller. If I can show you guys, they're a lot taller of a mount right there. See where the coil pack sticks to or bolts to, and then see, look at how tight these wires are. They're fucking tighter than shit. All 3 of these. I don't know why this front one isn't tight, but anyway, all 3 of those are tight. I bought the MSD angled wires to angle the spark plug boot away from the header, and those won't even reach with these LS3 valve covers, because my original LS2 valve cover doesn't have the right baffle like the stock driver side one does. They made it where it's a plate, so if you're looking at the valve cover like this, just like it is on the motor, they have baffles that come straight down like that. Boom, 2 of them, and they're hitting my valve train, my rocker arms and shit. So I need to notch them out with the shape, kind of like this shape right here of the on the inside of the valve cover, because it's like a plate like that that sticks down from the top of the valve cover, and it just sticks down like that tall. I cut them flush with the valve cover, but I need to notch them into the valve cover and shit, and then make a baffle or something for this PVC hose onto this side of this valve cover. Not this valve cover in general, but my stock one that's supposed to go on the passenger side, so I can put it on there and have the lower profile mounting points. That way I can use my MSD fucking plugs and make it all work, right? So, but these heads, the deck height is freaking ridiculous. They're thick as shit. So, but anyway, just figure I'd give you guys a recap. So this is essentially where the motor's sitting, maybe a little lower when I had the wrong mounts on it. So when I get the right mounts on, I'll show you guys with the right mounts how low it sits, and hopefully it brings this motor forward so I can get my damn G-force cross member for the transmission forward to where it'll actually mount up on the frame like it's supposed to. And I'll show you guys that as well. So bear with me, I gotta crawl under this fucking thing. So there's the Turbo 400. See, it has the notches for my headers, but as you can see where the mount is here, it doesn't go in those two holes. See how far back it is? So the motor and transmission need to go forward, because over there, see the holes, and then see the bracket way over there where that rub mark is on the side of the frame from me trying to, work on it and shit. So yeah, that's always fun. And then see the mount is right there, and there's that. So we got an issue there. A little bit of an issue there. So yeah, I'll give you guys a recap once I get all that stuff on there, the right mounts, and then we'll go from there. And I'll show you guys how low the motor sits, and if this cross member will line up now or not. All right, guys, got the Dirty Dingo mounts installed. I definitely checked. I installed the clamshell ones, but on the driver's side here, this runner right here off your front port on the cylinder head, basically that number one plug there, runs right over the mount. So it's pretty damn close to all that. With the clamshell, I was worried it's gonna hit it, and it's more difficult to bolt those ones on than these, but they're the same height. All that was different is the actual Dirty Dingo bracket that bolts to your block. This side is a 16, the other side is a 17 for the nut to bolt these on. These are 15s. These silver ones I'm using on the mount themselves are 17-inch mil. Just to give you guys an idea on what size is what. It definitely moved the motor forward, but not enough to mount the damn cross member for the transmission. But I don't know if you guys remember, but the bolt right on the steering shaft, let me see if I can get my phone in here better. So there's bolts on this other side of the steering shaft here. I'll try and turn it. So see, I had to cut that one down and shove it in there, but see where it hit the shit out of the header there? Look at it now, it's way up there. So now I didn't even have to cut it. But I moved the whole motor and shit forward a lot. It doesn't sit down as low. I mean, it's not bad, but I gotta remember that this is the H3 oil pan kit. So I'm not using the stock oil pan like Deadbeat Garage did, and he had to notch his frame for it to clear. I didn't want to deal with all that, so naturally this is going to be more clearance because it's the H3 Hummer pan. So I got to keep that in mind. I thought it would drop it way lower than that, but that's a lot better than what it was. I could fit my whole fist under that pan. Now I can maybe fit half a fist. So that's how come it's not sticking past the cross member. like it did on his, because I forgot he's using the stock oil pan. So I think the stock oil pan, they're just way bigger, bulkier on the truck motors, which that's what this is. But yeah, I forgot I put that pan on there and shit. And the dirty dingo mounts, like I said, are directional. So I seen in all the videos, because some reason Dirty Dingo does not have any instructions online on their website, like they said. See how it shows the P, then an arrow. So I assume that means facing forward, because you can't have these where uh, you have all the play back and then none to the front or something like that, or all the play to the front but none to the back. Because you set these on the other way, they won't line up. Trust me, I tried them both ways. Supposed to be able to read Dirty Dingo like that and all that, so I have both sides done up just like that. So that way you guys can see for reference how to mount in an actual vehicle the Dirty Dingo mounts, other than the stock clamshells, which the clamshells, they only have 3 holes to bolt on. Can't mess that up. It's mainly the brackets up here. This one you can't see because the freaking header is right there. And yeah, man, I mean, gave it a lot more clearance, a hell of a lot more from the firewall. I mean, I could probably get more if I wanted right there, but then it's hitting right there on the freaking frame, so it's just gonna have to self-clearance itself. And then it gave me a lot more room back here to the bell housing to reach the bolts and all that shit. So it's basically maxed out in the front, as you can see, so it has more room to slide back. That way you don't hit your pan on your cross member, because the pan comes pretty damn close to hitting. But as you can see on both mounts, they're both adjusted all the way forward, the whole motor and shit. And then if you crawl, so I have my fuel system all like this. Speaking of that, this coil setup will not fit on these valve covers with this booster. It's definitely because of the heads. Heads are way taller. I have to get like 8.250 push rods. That's tall as those push rods are long as hell. So I think it's the heads that are too damn tall to clear the booster. So any of you guys are not running a freaking pure stock motor like Deadbeat Garage is, and a million of other people, just getting a motor and throwing it in as is. If you're doing shit like this with the monster heads, I believe only, you're gonna have a problem putting your coils underneath that booster. It's just not gonna happen. If you're running PRCs, you get head work redone to your stock heads, or AFRs, or trick flows, or whatever, they'll all fit. Everything will fit right under that booster. So if you want all the commodities of a daily driver and daily the shit out of it with AC and all that shit, these heads these ain't it. Alright, so here we are underneath the Blazer with the G-Force Performance or whatever. G-Force Design, I don't know, whatever. But so it helped it out, but that mount is still not to there. And these mounting holes still can't reach the damn freaking frame here to mount these damn bolt holes up. See, it's not even close. And then it's hitting the freaking, this jack's down, it's hitting the freaking pan here. So I was thinking of just notching this out like that, all the way over, so it notches around that, and then just get a piece of flat stock, weld it on there, have it come out enough to do the mount. Because I don't feel like resending this shit back and them sending me another one that probably won't work again. And I'm just over it. So it's a turbo 400. It's a heavy duty one. That's what has that yoke on it. But you can unbolt that yoke and get the correct, you can get a slip yoke for it. No big deal. And that way you don't have to have a telescoping drive shaft. It can telescope in here with the slip yoke like a original two-wheel drive does. But yeah, man, I gotta figure out something with this fucking cross member, or maybe send it back and get the right one. I don't know. But yeah, it's hitting my headers too. I could feel it hitting the headers, but I have it jacked up all the way too. So once it goes down, the headers will clear it and shit. But yeah, here's an update of the LS2 swap blazer. And once I get more done or get more stuff and this figured out, I'll film it and we'll go from there. Thanks, guys.